Hello everyone. Why wait any longer? Subscribe now, activate the notification bell, and become part of the community of gaming enthusiasts. What if I told you that the next Star Wars game is shaping up to be the ultimate scoundrel fantasy, with vast open worlds and intense space combat?
Oh, I'm all ears. You have my full attention. Are we talking about Star Wars Outlaws?
Yes, exactly. After spending over 3 hours with the game in a hands-off session, there's a lot to cover. Let's dive in.
Great. What's the first thing that stood out to you?
Well, for starters, the moon of Toshira, and more specifically its capital city, Mirogana. It's nestled within a large rock formation to protect against harsh winds. Sounds cozy, right?
Fascinating. I love how they're creating new locations alongside the familiar ones. So, what's special about Mirogana?
The dense environments and NPC interactions looked really promising. It felt alive and immersive, like a place you'd really want to explore.
That sounds intriguing. How about the rest of Toshira? Anything else noteworthy there?
Absolutely, the wilds of Toshira are vast, rolling savannas where you'll rely heavily on Kay's speeder to get around. And get this, they're incorporating naturally formed ramps for speeder races.
Ramps? That's going to make traversal so much more fun. I can already picture the adrenaline rush.
Right? Speaking of adrenaline, there's also a new mechanic for that, but we'll get there. First, let's talk about some other locations like the Imperial Base and Kijimi.
Oh, the Imperial Base must be iconic.
It really is. It's everything you'd expect from the Empire. Clean white panels, stormtroopers, TIE fighters, and those starkly lit corridors. It's like stepping straight into a Star Wars movie.
And Kijimi. Any redeeming features from its portrayal in The Rise of Skywalker?
Definitely different from Toshira. It's frigid and icy with squat stone buildings. The vibe there is much gloomier, but it looks intriguing in its own right.
That's so interesting. It's nice they're mixing up the environments. Speaking of which, outer space must be equally pivotal in this game, right?
Yes, indeed. We saw quite a bit of space gameplay too. Expect a lot of combat, from space pirates to Empire patrols. It's going to be hectic out there.
Sounds intense, and what about Kay's ship, the Trailblazer? Anything new on that front?
Oh, this is cool. Kay actually stole the Trailblazer and it's well suited for space combat, which is handy given she'll have plenty of enemies chasing her.
Love a good heist backstory. Speaking of seedy undertakings, what about the cantinas?
Those are going to be amazing. We saw Kay negotiating with an underboss named Gorak in Mirogana's cantina. Expect lots of NPC interactions, mini-games, and Easter eggs.
Sounds like a Star Wars fan's dream spot? What can you tell me about Kay's tools for her outlaw escapades?
She has quite the arsenal, everything from a lockpick hidden in her hair to a grappling hook and slicing kit to hack terminals. Plus, she's got some serious climbing skills.
So she's quite the jack of all trades. What about her loadout options?
Kay can customize her loadout aboard the Trailblazer, including equipping charms with different effects. It adds a layer of personalization, but we're still waiting to see how impactful these will be.
Customization in a Star Wars game? Sign me up. You mentioned an adrenaline mechanic earlier. What's that about?
Ah, yes. When Kay's in a tight spot, her adrenaline meter fills up, and once full, it allows her to pause the action, mark enemies, and take them out in quick succession. It's similar to Red Dead Redemption's Deadeye mechanic.
That sounds absolutely thrilling. Finally, is there anything else about Kijimi worth noting?
Just that its atmosphere is so different from anywhere else we've seen so far, with its frigid and dim environment. It's a stark contrast to the savannas of Toshira.
Wow. This game sounds like it's going to be a wild ride through the Star Wars universe. I can't wait to explore it all.
Same here. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. If you enjoyed our discussion, be sure to follow or subscribe so you don't miss our next episode.
Absolutely, and thank you for listening. We'll catch you next time.
But, you might have some work?
Ah, what a disappointment.
Hey, wait! What's your problem?
Smart enough to get into my suite? Careless enough to use Walker's name. You're new to this world. Come back when you're not.
What a waste of time!